sitting here at Warped Tour 2014. You're listening to Asgard Radio, and actually we have two bands in with us right now.
We have Nate from Lionize.
We got Lionize, and we have
the Protomen.
Protomen, that's what it is. I knew it was probably, I keep thinking proto, and then I go,
to some other word. Dude, everyone does it. Everyone does it. It's
Protosaurus.
Yeah, I do the word, association thing. But well, we'll start with you. How is Warped Tour going for you so far?
It's good.
Yeah. Are you on the whole tour?
Yeah, the whole thing.
The whole thing. Every day?
The whole summer, and this is our second time doing it.
Oh, okay. Now you guys are from Maryland.
Yeah.
And I think one other band that I know of from Maryland. You don't hear many rock bands coming out of there that, from the beginner's level. You know what I'm saying?
If you're at the beginner's level, it's really just Clutch from Maryland. But if you dig deeper into it, Maryland has a huge history of rock and metal.
Yeah.
Wino from Spirit Caravan and the Obsessed and the Hidden Hand. You have the Bad Brains, who are originally from PG County, Maryland. It's pretty strong. You have all the suburban kids from DC, like Minor Threat, and there's a lot.
Yeah. Well, how did you guys get started?
That was only I didn't only name 4.
Just keep going. That's all right. How did you guys get started?
We liked beer. And we knew that you could play parties and they'd pay you they pay you in beer.
They pay you in beer? Like the Blues Brothers?
Yeah. Oftentimes it was about as successful as when they're playing the behind the chicken wire. Yeah.
It's rough in the beginning. It is.
We really just got into this for the money.
Yeah, you're rolling in it now, ain't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a man.
Yeah. Well,
which bus out there is yours?
It's just mine.
Just yours? Yeah, okay.
Have your own bus.
You got that black one out there?
Well, the bus is just for show. I usually show up. These guys know I show up in a helicopter. Right from the Four Seasons.
You know what? I bet you were the reason that 65 shut down. Is that where they picked you up?
Yeah. Because we rocked so hard, the fucking road it exploded.
Dude, I couldn't get through. It took me an hour out of the fucking way.
That was after the set, actually.
Oh, okay.
Busted.
I figured maybe you guys might have having your after show cookout.
It was actually when the Protomen played the Trooper, and what happened was all these kids, their heads exploded.
Oh.
And then the road shut down. The paramedics, they ordered 400 ambulances.
It was a mess. It was disgusting.
They had to pull him in from Chicago. He's the closest place that would have 400 ambulances. Right?
Yeah. So where are you guys from originally?
Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville. And again, they're not Nashville. You don't hear much rock coming out of there.
That's a damn lie.
There's a lot of
No, I know. Actually, you know what? One of my photographers that works with us, she's in Nashville.
Yeah.
And she does a lot of shows around there for us.
There's a lot of different types of music
especially, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, Nashville has become very diverse
in fact,
lately.
Warped Tour is coming to Nashville.
Finally, since 2006.
Yeah.
But we've always had rock and roll bands. It just wasn't talked about as much as it should have been.
Self became in the 90s, and then all the SpongeBob bands, those indie stuff, and
we had a lot. We had a lot of rock clubs.
Now we have, we have Jack White, but that's not Nashville. That's an import. He's an import.
He's an import.
But he's making Nashville be no more. So
we're just paying for the ringers. We're just bringing them in.
Yeah.
We brought the Black Keys.
We did Black Keys.
You have that great pancake place.
We have Pancake Pantry that has 2 hour wait.
That place rocks.
2 hour wait for pancakes?
It's awful.
It's bullshit. It's what it is.
Holy shit.
It's a hype machine. It's good pancakes.
It's really good.
But it ain't worth
not gonna go there.
They got crack in the syrup?
No.
You go during the week.
Yeah, right. No, but when there's not enough weight.
I mean, Waffle House is really
exactly.
Right.
We have like 20,000 Waffle Houses.
No, it's not because one has waffles and one has pancakes.
Right.
That's the thing.
You can't get pancakes at Waffle House.
But you do have
Why would you want to get pancakes at Waffle House?
It's Waffle House.
Why wouldn't you get pancakes?
Because it's not a pancake house.
Because
we have an international house of pancakes.
You guys, your group did not strike me as followers.
Waffles are badass.
I did not take you guys for followers.
Pancakes are just.
I figured the first thing the Protomen would do was go into Waffle House and be like, I want some fucking pancakes. Yeah, that's what I thought.
We go for steak dinners at Waffle House.
Go to a steakhouse.
Can I have your lobster?
Put on our Sunday finest and bring our own table. tablecloth and then sit down and say, bring some motherfucking steak.
The things they have steak. You
Oh,
ask
the eggs.
for like snow crab legs.
Ah, yes.
Or
Fresh
I like
from
your
the-
king crab. Stat.
I'm actually nauseous now.
Yeah, Nashville
Combining all
has
those in your mind.
food and lots of musical awesomeness.
So have you guys toured together? Have you guys done a tour?
No,
Or
but
just
we're-
Warped Tour?
Now we know each other. We
Yeah,
can just
talk
go
about
We have to
draw
get
10 people everywhere.
Yeah, we have to get a government. We have to get a government issued, regulated pass to allow 2 bands this heavy to.
Otherwise, the interstate, the infrastructure,
interstate.
the whole fucking
It
infrastructure
would be 14-year-old
collapse.
kids' brains splattered everywhere
Exploding.
across the country, and I don't. They're not ready for it. But we've been talking about bringing the rock.
They're not ready for it, but their kids are gonna love it.
Yeah.
The 14-year-old kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is
That
actually
happens.
This is one of the benefits of Warped Tour is that no matter what happens, you're going to get thrown into a ring with an arena with a bunch of other bands, and I good bands tend to gravitate towards each other, or like-minded bands tend to gravitate towards each other. So it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, don't say
You could have
good,
kept it with
because-
good.
No, you gotta say
Keep it
like
good, not
minded
like-minded.
because, you know, these guys.
I was trying to be sincere for me.
Yeah. You tried. They ruined it.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
So now, are you guys on the whole tour too?
Yes.
Are you now? Music albums. What do you guys got out? What do you guys got coming out? What can we tell
We
us?
have 2. Are we going first?
I don't know. We've been starting with him. Oh, okay.
Good.
Okay, we have 2 full-length albums, and we have out right now a covers EP that you can only get at Warped Tour. It's actually a download code that you can get on a fancy laminate for $5. You get 4 songs, and then later on when we put out the full covers album later this year, that'll be a discount for you. So yeah, that's what we have going on.
Get some sweet covers. We got Iron Maiden, The Trooper.
The Trooper. Yeah, we heard
And then we've
that.
got
Roy Orbison.
Danger Zone by
Roy Orbison.
Kenny
Kenny
Marauder.
Kenny Marauder.
And then you've got Drove All Night, which is Roy Orbison. And then you've got No Easy Way Out, which is Robert Tepper from Rocky IV.
Okay.
So, get those jams.
I've been putting this out there for the better part of 4 years. I've been looking for somebody to do a cover of Thunder Road.
Which Thunder Road?
Garth Brooks.
Thunder Rolls.
Thunder Rolls.
Well, Thunder Roll, yeah.
Road
Thunder
is
Roll.
Bruce
I don't do my
Springsteen.
L's, but yeah, Thunder Rolls, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been
We thought
looking.
you were
I thought you were talking about Bruce Springsteen.
No, not Bruce Springsteen.
That's
No.
Thunder Road.
I've been looking. Yeah. No, I've been looking for a heavy metal.
And Garth Brooks is one?
There is now.
I wanted a heavy metal version of Thunder
Oh,
Rolls.
Metallica.
Which would be a Chris. What was
Chris Gaines.
Chris Gaines.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the best thing that ever
Yeah.
happened.
But I just.
Actually, that's where I was
What was the what's the Alan Jackson song we were listening to in the bus the other day? You can do that as the B side. Midnight in Montgomery.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There's your fucking single right there.
Yeah.
Alan Jackson's Thunder Rolls.
Alan Jackson.
Alan Jackson's sort of half-mast
Thunder, Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't be us that would do that. I hate to tell you that we would opt out.
I think
Unless
Nate
it was
could
the
do
right
it.
I just been asking. I mean, because we're from I'm from Northwest Indiana, and he's from Indianapolis here, and we interview a lot of bands, and sponsor a lot of shows up in the Chicagoland area, and I keep putting it out there, and nobody's taking it up yet. So I'm still waiting to see if one of the bands up in Chicago would take me up on that, because I just think it'd be something completely different than what the original would
Chris
be.
Gaines. He has a picture of Chris Gaines.
Oh, Chris Gaines.
We'll spread the word.
Yeah.
We'll find somebody to do it.
Someone in Nashville's already done it. I can promise.
Well, it has been, but I wanted somebody that
was good.
Yeah, somebody good.
Someone not from Nashville.
We're not the band for you.
This is not the band you're looking for.
Yeah, we sorry.
Lionize could make it a way better song.
No.
Jamming it out.
Yeah.
Jamming it out, man.
We only do 2 covers in our whole history. And one of them is a Bad Brains tune,
Yeah.
and one of them is ZZ Top.
Which one?
Hobble and Righteous.
All right.
Oh, okay.
That's for the ladies.
What made you pick that one? What made you pick that one out of all the ZZ Top songs?
Well, I think heavy bands have a tendency to gravitate towards. I mean, we're huge ZZ Top fans, and Tres Hombres is one of the reasons we started jamming, and picked that one because you can kind of interpret it. It's just way more mellow and soulful. It's kind of like an R&B tune.
Yeah.
So why not? That was a terrible answer.
No, actually, no. I mean, it's
Why not?
Why'd you do it? What the fuck why?
Got a problem with it?
If he had a clip on mic, fucking done. Jackass.
So Lionize is, you guys just released a new album, yeah?
Yeah,
The Pack
yes.
soundtrack, correct?
Yes, and that's out on Weathermaker Music, which is a record label owned and operated by Clutch.
Right.
You are so much cooler than we are right now. You understand that?
But you're wearing the Clutch shirt.
You always are wearing
Yeah,
Clutch
You're
shirts.
talking about that though.
Well, before we joined forces with those guys and they brought us up through the ranks, we're enormous Clutch fans.
Yeah.
So, and after touring with them for 7 years, it's pretty much all I own now. So.
I've actually never seen them live. I've seen them twice outside of Exit In. They were inside Exit In, but I was outside, and they were the best sounding live band I've ever heard.
They're hands down, they're
Yeah.
all bias aside. Any music critic would argue if they're worth their weight, that Clutch is absolutely one of the best live bands.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I stood outside of it going, good.
They're
Lord.
incredible.
It was outside.
It's
It sounded
absurd.
And it was funny. I interviewed him at Rock on the Range, and we're the same age. I mean, I'm 45, and
Sure.
we sat there bullshitting about 80s shit, but not music, just other stuff, just
Yeah.
in general. I mean, we just started bullshitting,
Yeah.
and then
They're
his
great
manager
guys.
come around, and go, "Can we get this done now? Can we wrap this up?" And we were just sitting there bullshitting.
Yeah.
I mean, we got completely off of Rock on the
Yeah.
Range and Clutch, and we were just bullshitting. And you know what? After we were done, he goes, "Man," he goes, "that was awesome." He goes, "I love just bullshitting." He goes, "I get so tired of talking music sometimes."
Sure.
You know, but it being the same age, it was easier to
We were
relate.
actually on that tour, but we weren't on Rock on the Range.
You weren't on Rock on the Range?
Took a couple days off.
He was a good interview. He was funny as hell. We had a good time talking to him. So, but so what do you guys got coming up after Warped Tour? What are you guys doing?
We're just trying to finish up that covers album. We've got that going, and then we're starting on or finishing up some albums. We're gonna start working on our Act 3 jam. But in October, we've got a small tour coming up that is based kind of around a festival we're playing out in LA. That is what's it called?
Festival
Supreme.
Yeah, festivalsupreme.com. Check that out. And
Festivalsupreme.com?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, it's got a lot of comedians. It's Tenacious D's festival. They started it last year. Had like a lot of badass people play it last year, and it's a lot of comedians and a few bands. Last year they didn't have any bands. This year they were willing to add in a bunch of bands and see what happens. And we're gonna ruin it for them.
It will not be. You should go to the festival spring. There will be another.
Yeah.
It would not be part 3.
So yeah, there's a lot of awesome people in it this year. It's
Deathblock.
and Cheech and Chong, and the State's coming back for it.
Yeah. You guys are old. You know what the state is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man.
Everybody else in the interviews are like, they don't know what the state is.
Yeah.
So, and then who else? We got
Aquabats.
Eagles
King's
Death
Death
Metal,
Metal.
Peaches,
Tenacious
Yeah.
D.
Tenacious D, who's that? Tenacious D, Kyle Gas Band, obviously. Who else? There's
Janine
Janine
Garofalo.
Really?
Bill
and
Hader.
Bill Hader, and then
Wow.
gosh damn it,
More shit we're
MacGruber.
missing.
What's that fella from Portlandia?
There's some
Fred
yeah.
Armisen.
Fred Armisen. He's gonna be there.
Roy Orbison.
Roy Orbison.
It's gonna be
Roy
good.
Orbison.
That's good.
Ghost Roy
It's
Orbison.
gonna be really
Zombie,
good. You
Roy
should go.
Orbison.
That's going to be a lot of
Tommy
fun.
Twitty's gonna be
So if
there.
you're in LA or even Cary, you might want something badass, no matter where you are in the world, go to that.
It's in LA,
25th.
October 25th, LA. What was it again?
Festival Supreme.
Yeah, mine's first thing to go. Festival Supreme.
I'm doing a little bit of touring to and from that.
Yeah, to and fro.
Yeah,
So-
something.
Do you have tour dates out there on Facebook?
Yeah.
What, no, not
Still
yet?
confirming it.
Can't
And we
announce
can't really
it.
tell you yet.
Okay. But you can after Warped or right before Warped Tour is over.
After it's over.
So do you have a website or
Protomen.com.
Protomen.com? Check. Keep an eye on that so everybody knows what they're doing. And what about you guys after? What about?
We're going on tour with Clutch in the fall. Surprise! I think we're coming back here too as well.
I believe so.
I think we'll be in the Vogue.
What does
It's us
Clutch
and
do? There's like, well, all these new bands suck. Guess we'll get Lionize. That's what they do. Or
And
do you
then
have some
we're-
kind of deal you sign with them for the rest of their career?
You have to wear
You
the-
have to open the
No,
door.
no, they take a lot of incredible bands out often, but they tour. They're a touring band, and they're so big. They're so well received all over the world now. I think that it's just like, where can you tour with them? Everywhere.
Yeah.
But we'll be at the Vogue with them, and then we have another tour that's not announced yet that will take us on another U.S. loop, and then overseas for a little bit.
Where are you going overseas?
To the UK, returning to
Okay.
the UK, and that'll be really cool.
We have a DJ in the UK. So when you guys get there, we call him Roadkill. That's his name, but he is from. Where's my phone? Because he just told me. I think he said he's from Portsmouth. He just started for us. He jumped on board. He goes, hey, you guys need another DJ? I'm like, from the UK? Hell yeah.
Yeah, rock and roll over there is like, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
You don't mess around, man.
How many times have you guys gone over this?
This will be our
Portsmouth,
second time.
You love it?
near
I love it.
Southampton.
Yeah.
I want nothing. I mean, nothing more than to go to the UK as much as possible. They're like, everything works how it should work. It's like, oh, you're playing a show. Well, they've promoted the show. People are coming to the show. Press is going to cover you. All sorts of press, yes. From the little guy all the way up to the biggest magazines, they're coming to the show and they're going to be very honest about the show. And then they're going to print it in their magazine, and then people are going to decide whether they want to come see you again. And it's like, wow.
So your fans over there, do they go, oh, we like Lionize?
It depends what town you're in. Every 20 minutes, it's like different. Like
We like Lionize.
the first show was in
Lionize
Manchester, and it was very
sucks.
like there was people with like tweed coats on, and it was very like it was way more straight. And then you get to Leeds or Birmingham. It's like.
And you can be foul with people.
I can be foul. I'm good with that. Proto-Eyes and Clutch.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
That's the tour.
Yeah, no, Lionize are good.
Yeah, definitely go see Lionize.
Actually, you know what?
Tours.
The Journey and the Warhead stage.
Yeah.
That's really where the
It's a little bit of
concentration,
eclectic
really good
stage.
shit is.
I will say that.
Yeah.
You
You have
see
shit
a
like
little bit of
them,
everything.
us, and then you'll have your hardcore bands and everything that is on the whole tour.
You get your,
We have your boy
super
pop.
Yeah, the Ready Set is on our stage.
And then the girl pop.
We're the in crowd.
Yeah, and then you've got
And that
Bad
goes
Rapids.
And Bayside, literally.
There's no reason to go to any other stages.
And then you got Bad Rapids and Air Dubai for your feeling.
For your
And
dance.
Yeah.
Well, Amberlin was in here earlier.
Yeah,
we
on
did.
stage
Yeah,
today,
that's
Maine.
kind of sad. They're breaking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really.
Final album was out in a week.
Final album comes out in a week. They're doing their last tour, and then they're going to the UK, coming home.
With Clutch?
And no.
That's the only way people get to the UK, right?
Yeah. And then they're coming home, and what they say right before Thanksgiving, isn't it?
Yep.
Right before Thanksgiving, like the day before Thanksgiving is their final show in
Bloody
Orlando.
Turkey's Eve.
Huh?
Sorry, that's a holiday. Bloody Turkey's Eve.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's just a holiday I invented in high school. We used to have parties all the time the night before Thanksgiving
Yeah.
because no one had to do anything the next day.
And a bunch of turkeys are dying.
And we would just go party really hard.
We'll murder a turkey in honor of Amberlin.
In honor of Amberlin.
All right, guys. Well, we'll let you go and enjoy the rest of Warp Tour today. Thanks for sticking around for us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
And we are going to continue here at Warp Tour on Asgard Radio.